Hello, Snaptards. I come to you with another exciting anecdote, episode, or whatever you want to call it. Slice of life from the mind of Snoopy Powers. You see, I'm going to tell you today about how I created airports. I already created the airplane, but you see, back then, everyone just parked the airplanes wherever they want. No one cared. And one day I was coming out of my house and I had a really important meeting. So I got in my car and I started backing out of the driveway and boop, there was an airplane right there in the street blocking me from leaving my house. And you can bet I was annoyed. So I got in my car and I went over to the airplane and I went to go knock on the door, but the door's so high, you know, it's like high. So I went and I put together a staircase made out of old milk cartons, and I wheeled it up. I put wheels at the bottom because I, don't want to have to drag it across the floor. I wheeled it up to the door, and I climbed on the door, and I started pounding on the door. But you know what? No one answered because no one was there. The pilot had gone over to Dunkin' Donuts, which was like 3 blocks away. Pissed me off. So I walked down to Dunkin' Donuts, and I walked in there, and I grabbed the pilot by his ear, and I said, "You come with me." And I dragged him out of the Dunkin' Donuts place, and I dragged him all the way back to his airplane, and I said, "I need you to move that airplane. I need to get my car out. This is ridiculous. God, this has happened. This is the 3rd time this happened to me this week, So I decided we got to do something about this. So what I'm going to do is tell everyone who has an airplane that they got to start parking their shit at the field. No more parking in the street, especially not on my block. They got to go to the field. There's a big field with nothing in it. I said, go to the field and park there. So they parked in the field, but, there's some problems. There's some problems. Problem number 1, it's hard for them to get up enough speed when driving across the grass to lift takeoff. So we had to put some, pavement there. So we put some concrete and a little asphalt, and depending on, the area, we decided to try to save costs on concrete. So we did use some asphalt, and we put it on there, and we said, how about this now? Now you got a big, long runway. We painted the whole fucking field, like all concrete, most of it, and then we painted a whole big runway area, and we said, okay, well, does that solve our problem? And the second thing was that as we were taking off, people were coming to get on their planes, and, they were walking across the runway area where these planes were taking off, and they were getting their fucking heads knocked off. They were getting their asses killed. And I'm just like, you guys, this is no good either. We got to come up with something new. So I put a building there. I said, here's the building. And now, instead of leaving the building and walking up those stairs that I created, because that was working for a while, but now everyone's just willy-nilly walking across the field and getting their heads knocked off. So now we got to control this. So we're going to have everyone go in through the airport, and then we're going to make like a tube that comes from the building into the airplane, right? So the tube was really the port. See, the plane docked at the port. The port was the tube. The building was the air building. And the planes all, were on the airfield. That's what we called it all. Now, that kind of worked for a little while, but there were still problems. And what we found out were there were these assholes that kept bringing bombs onto the planes and exploding them. They died too. They were kind of dumb. That was a problem. Not everyone was super smart back then. There were a lot of dummies, and they were exploding the planes with themselves on it. Now, if you know anything about explosions and planes, if you explode a plane while you're on it, you're pretty much dead too. So that was really dumb of them. I don't know if they thought they could fly or what. I don't really know. But anyway, so we decided, first solution, add air masks that drop down from the ceiling. Now, that was an interesting solution, but it didn't help anybody. So we abandoned that. Then the second solution we had was pretzels. Pretzels helped everyone because everyone loved pretzels. We could give pretzels to people about to bomb us, and it would calm them down, they'd be happy. So that's how we really invented the snack and the snack bar, I should say, and the selling of snacks to airline people, because we wanted them to, calm down and go over and kill our friend Solomon Grundy, who was born on a Monday, but not lose their integrity to a point where they can't fight anymore. Because what happens if there's a giant bird that comes? Like we had a rash of giant birds recently. You just got to be careful of all this stuff. You can't be too careful these days. You got to be careful.